I didn't even think I was going to come recap this game today because I thought, 11-4 game. I'm at the game, leave early, game's going to be over, bearing an embarrassing collapse by the Phillies bullpen. I probably should have expected that because this fucking bullpen sucks. But you win the first two games against the Miami Marlins. Your offense does really good things in these first two games. But now I can't even put that as the primary focus because this game you have an 11-4 lead against the Miami Marlins going into the top of the ninth inning. Jordan Romano comes out. He's been looking a lot better in his last few outings. And the dude gives up 6 runs. It becomes an 11-10 game. And then you have to use Jose Alvarado in a spot to get a save when it was 11-4. That can't happen. That can't happen. That's embarrassing. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a slap in the face to Dave Dombrowski, and it should put a fucking light bulb in his fucking, not even a light bulb in his fucking head, because that would consider he has an idea. But it should be a fucking, stab in the fucking eyes or something to wake up his head to realize this bullpen is not good enough. This bullpen sucks. You're lucky the offense just continued to hit against the terrible Marlins pitching staff. You're lucky they continued to do that. You're lucky you had Zach Wheeler on the bump yesterday. And yes, you probably got unlucky because Taijuan Walker came out of the game early with some type of injury. So we have no idea what's going on there. If Taijuan Walker pitches deeper into this game, you probably don't have to worry about this mess. But an 11-4 game, it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard to get 3 outs, it's considering Jordan Romano has looked a lot better in the last few outings. But nope, now you can't even use that. Can't even use that because his velocity was not an issue. He was just getting hit around. Getting hit around by a terrible Marlins lineup. The 8 and 9 hole hitters completely torched the Phillies bullpen today. That is a joke. That is a joke. You got Hernandez coming in here. This dude can't throw strikes. He's allowing base runners left and right. I believe the only guy in the Phillies bullpen to go scoreless. I think there was actually 2 guys in the Phillies bullpen that went scoreless in today's game, and that was Matt Strom, Joe Ross, and Jose Alvarado. So it was 3 guys technically. Alvarado has to come in and throw 2 pitches. That's just unacceptable. In a game where a save opportunity should even be close to being considered in this game, it had to be considered because for some reason Jordan Romano could not get outs. I don't know what the fuck the issue was there. I really don't know. Like I say, go to the game. It's 11-4, and we're going into the bottom of the 8th inning. I think, let's leave early. They're going to close this one out. They're looking dominant all day, and they're not going to make this a game, right? The bullpen's not going to allow this to happen. You have the back end of your bullpen coming in. Probably you're going to, it's right. No. And I don't know what happened with Taijuan Walker. I'm assuming he got hurt. That is what I'm assuming. He got hurt because there was a little bit of weirdness with Taijuan Walker in that top of the 4th inning where he looked into the dugout and he kept stretching his arm out in the dugout. I just something fell off. I guess something fell off and they didn't want to take the risk. That's what I'm assuming. You have to wait for Rob Thompson to figure that out, but. That's also a blame on Rob Thompson for letting it get as bad as it did. I don't know why Rob Thompson just left Jordan Romano in the entire time. That is a very bad mismanaged there by Rob Thompson. I just don't understand that. Personally, I really don't. And it really takes away something that the offense has done really well the past 2 games, and that's just taking care of business against a bad Miami Marlins team. Because yesterday, Zach Wheeler was good. Really good, 13 strikeouts, 7 innings, only 2 earned runs, even though he allowed another home run, no walks. Zach Wheeler was really good yesterday. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, they hit a couple of bombs last night. Offense scored 7 runs against Sandy Alcantara. Really good stuff there. And then today they put up 11 runs. They didn't even have to use the long ball. Trey Turner had a really good day at the plate. He went 4 for 5. Bryson Stott had a really good day. He went 3 for 5. 3 RBI, 2 RBI respectively for those guys. Nick Castellanos had an RBI. Bryson Schwarber had RBIs in there. Max Kepler had a couple of hits. He got 2 RBIs as well. JT Realmuto had 2 hits. Alec Bohm had 2 hits. Johan Rojas had 3 hits. Your offense did the job, man. Your offense did the fucking job. It's not the offense's fault. There is no reason in the world that an 11-4 game against the Miami Marlins, it was, I believe, what was it, 7-1 at one point, 7-0 at some point, or 7-1. It shouldn't still even be a contest at that point. I don't understand how nobody in the bullpen can just come in and get outs, because I can answer that for you, because this bullpen fucking sucks. This bullpen fucking sucks. You can't even begin to comprehend how bad that is, to where Jose Alvarado has to come in for a save because Jordan Romano cannot get an out. And I gave credit to Romano for his past few outings because he was looking pretty sharp. The velocity was not an issue today. He was just getting hit. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense how bad this bullpen is. You have 2 reliable guys, maybe 2.5 reliable guys, considering whether, Orion Kerkering is on or not. So that's Matt Strahm, Orion Kerkering, Jose Alvarado. That you have 2.5 reliable guys there. You don't have anybody else that is reliable. And I was starting to slightly turn to Jordan Romano. Maybe he's finding something. Nope. Jesus fucking Christ. And like I said, I didn't think I was going to have to do a recap today. I was planning on pushing this entire series recap to tomorrow afternoon after tomorrow afternoon's game. But nope, they forced me. They forced my hand because you can never just feel good about this team. They always got to make you feel. They always got to make you feel off. They always got to fucking kill the vibe. And for a team that is supposed to run off that vibes, they kill vibes. And great stuff here because even though I wasn't harsh on them for not bringing back Jeff Hoffman, because Jeff Hoffman failed 2 physicals for 2 different teams. He failed a physical for the Atlanta Braves, and I believe he failed a physical for the Baltimore Orioles. I don't blame the Phillies for not bringing back Jeff Hoffman. And Carlos Estevez, I don't know why they didn't bring him back. You should have brought back at least one of the 2 guys. But it really is making you look so stupid. It really just making it look so stupid here. Because Jordan Romano, as a Philly, has a 15 ERA, and Jeff Hoffman has a 1.59 ERA with a .62 whip. And then Carlos Estevez, he has a 1.13 ERA with 5 saves as well. So, yeah, that is coming back to bite you in the ass mightily. Mightily. And like I said, I understand the logic of not bringing back Jeff Hoffman because originally Jeff Hoffman wanted to go in free agency and be a starter, and then he fails 2 physicals. I understand the logic of not bringing that back because there is a risk of bringing a guy back that failed a couple of physicals. But I guess it's not hampering him with Toronto, so I guess what the fuck do I even know? I don't know. Holy fucking shit. Yes, Hoffman wanted to start. Hoffman wanted to be a starting pitcher going into the market, and then he failed 2 physicals. It should have been bring back one of Hoffman and Estevez. You see Hoffman wants to be a starter, you should have brought back Estevez. So, I don't know why you didn't bring back both of those guys. Well, not even that, but one of those guys. Hoffman, I understand, because Hoffman wanted to be the starter and also failed physicals. Estevez, you probably should have brought back, because at least you would have 4 maybe reliable guys there. You have nobody that can come in and just... Oh, my God. And it just takes so much away from... It takes so much away from what the offense has done. And granted, I understand it's against the Miami Marlins, but the offense did stuff to make you feel good at least. 7 runs yesterday. Bryce Schwarber hit some bombs. Trey Turner, Bryson Stott looked really good in today's game. Kepler looked good. JT looked good. Bohm had a couple of hits. Rojas had 3 hits. You were hitting the ball all over the place today. They just make you not want to feel good. It just comes down to that. They just ruin the vibe. They kill the vibe. Even though they didn't kill my vibe yesterday because I won some good money on the Phillies yesterday. Go figure. I won some good money on DraftKings on the Phillies last night. Thanks to Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and Zach Wheeler. So those guys helped me out a lot. But it's just, when you look at this, let's just go to that 9th inning. Or actually, let's just go when the bullpen came out. Because Taijuan Walker was still in the 4th inning. That's when he started to look, I guess something was feeling off with him. And he didn't come out for the 5th. Because I saw in the bottom of the 4th inning that Matt Strahm was warming up the bottom of the 4th, Matt Strahm was working the entire time. So I'm assuming something happened to Walker. So you go to that top of the fifth. Okay, Matt Strom, he lets a couple of base runners, but he gets a double play, gets out of that inning unscathed. So Matt Strom does his job. Then you bring in Hernandez. He allows 3 runs. Leadoff single, then a hit by pitch. Then you get a fly out, which advances the runner. Then a double happens, which scores a run. Then a foul out, and then a single, which scores 2 more runs. It becomes 9-4 all of a sudden. It's just, you should be able to bring in a low leverage guy in a game where it's fucking 9-1 and not allow 3 runs. That just can't happen. It just can't. Top 7, Joe Ross. He allows a double. He gets unscathed there. He also pitches in the 8th. He also gets unscathed there. Last couple of base runners. So Joe Ross did his job. Phillies tacked on more runs in the bottom of the 7th. They made it 11-4. But let's go to this top of the 9th. Sanchez leadoff double. Wagman single. So you got first and third. Then Myers homers on the first pitch he sees. It becomes an 11-7 game all of a sudden. Then Jordan Romano finally gets an out. And then an infield single. And then a fielder's choice, then a double which scores a run, makes it 11-8, and then down to the last strike and a 3-2 count. Hicks hits a home run, becomes 11-10. Jesus Christ! Then Jordan Romano, and then Rob finally decides to pull the trigger on Romano. Comes in Alvarado, he gets 2 pitches and he gets an out. It's a joke. It is a joke. My God. Look some of these guys here. Hernandez, waiver pickup. He has a 9 ERA. Jordan Romano has a 15 ERA. Good for Matt Strom having a sub-1 ERA, and good for Jose Alvarado having a 2.79 ERA. I think Kerkering has a solid ERA too. Like I said, it's literally just those 3 guys that you can rely on. You can rely on nobody else. Offense today, they go 8 for 21 with runners in scoring position. The offense is not the issue for these 2 games. It's not. The offense was fine. Offense was perfectly fine. Trey Turner had a very good day at the plate today, raised his average back to 257. So his average was below 220 today, so he got some good things going there. He had a couple of extra base hits, so good stuff there for Trey Turner. Bryson Stott, like I said, looked really good in today's game, raised his average to 294. Bryce had another hit, Schwartz had another hit, Nick Castellanos had a sac fly, Kepler had an extra base hit in there, 2 hits total. JT 2 hits, Bohm 2 hits, Rojas 3 hits. Rojas looked good at the fucking plate today, like go figure. Like I said, they just kill the vibe. It's a vibe killer on what was first two games in this series for your offense. And then now you have a 135 game tomorrow with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. So with the way that he has been pitching, it should be a win for the Phillies. And then it's Connor Gillespie for the Miami Marlins. I would assume the offense still does the same stuff it's been doing the past 2 games against the Marlins pitching. So I'm not worried. It's really the fucking bullpen. And Luzardo has to go fucking 8 innings at this rate. Luzardo's going to have to go fucking 8 innings. Like, I feel bad for the guy, but he's gonna have to pitch deep into the game. He's got to pitch at least 6-7. Now, yes, did you get screwed over a little bit because Taijuan Walker came out of the game early? Probably, but still, those guys, when their number gets called, you should not be allowing all of this damage. Hernandez, I understand you're a fucking waiver wire. Be better. Jordan Romano, you've been looking better in your last few innings. Don't allow 6 fucking runs. And I believe someone said that this is the first time Romano has allowed 6 earned runs in his career in an outing. Go figure. Of course, it's with the fucking Phillies. Anybody that turns into that bullpen turns into fucking slop. I don't understand it. I hope that's what Luzardo says tomorrow, Sean. I hope that's what he says. I really hope he does. I really hope that's what Luzardo says tomorrow, but because Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. See, I believe the Phillies even have some relief pitchers down in AAA that have way better numbers than what the people are doing up here. Why don't you give some of those guys a shot? I think the guy that they signed from Japan has really solid numbers down in AAA. Give him a shot. Griff McGarry has some good numbers. Give him a shot in the bullpen. Another look at this fucking rate. Another look. Give him a different guy. A different guy, man. Like, come on. And you can't even use the fucking excuse that Romano didn't have his velocity because his velocity was there today. I believe he was throwing 98, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta look at some of those pitches that he was throwing, actually. Sanchez, yeah, 97, 99. He threw 99 on his fastball. Like, dude, you can't even use the lack of velocity as an excuse. He just got fucking battered around. I don't even know if Rob Thompson's even saying. Oh, here we go. This is from Tim Kelly. Taijuan Walker had shoulder stiffness. Doesn't sound like it will prevent him from making his next start, but that's why he left the game early. That's why he left the game early, was shoulder stiffness. It makes sense, because something didn't look right with him during that 4th inning because he looked into the dugout. I got to look at some of the Phillies AAA bullpen guys, because some of their bullpen guys in AAA have actually been putting up solid numbers. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs numbers. Valley Iron Pigs. I got to look at some of their numbers, or stats. Can I look team stats? Can I look stats, individual stats? Can I look at pitchers? Pitcher. Why are there no? There we go. Pitching. Can I look at specific? Can I look at relief pitching? No, I can't. I gotta look at the innings, I guess. I gotta look at innings. Low innings. Let's see. Who's got some good ERAs down here and some solid innings? Yeah, the guy that they signed over from Japan, he has a 1.35 ERA in 6 games in 6 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, and a 1.05 whip. Why don't you give this guy a shot? What is his name? Koyo Aoyagi? I believe his name is. This guy, Devin Sweet, he's got a 1.35 ERA. Max Lazar, he has a 3.38 ERA. Mick Abel, that's Mick Abel, he's a starter. Whoever this is, Joel Kuhnel, he's got a 1.93 ERA. Give some of these guys a fucking shot. It's better than what the fuck you have in this bullpen right now. Julio, whoever this Julio guy is, he's got a 0 ERA. Give these guys a chance. This guy, Michael Mercado, not Michael Mercado. No, not that guy. I was looking at somebody else. Brett the Goose. He's got a 0 ERA in 4 2/3. Give some of these guys a shot. Is it Griff? I think Griff McGarry is pitching down in AAA or AA actually. What is it? Reading fighting Phils. What's Griff McGarry do? I think Griff McGarry has actually been really good down in AA. Individual stats, pitching. In innings, all positions, pitcher, innings. Can I get some innings here? Griff McGarry, he's pitched 12 innings. He's got a 0 ERA. Give him a shot. Give him a fucking shot. It's better than everything we got fucking up here. My God. I see some of you guys are talking about the Flyers in here, so we could talk Flyers. Maybe I don't know. Maybe. I'm driving myself insane watching this fucking team, man. Insane. Nick Castellanos almost fucking killed Bryce Harper today with a liner foul. He almost killed Bryce and Dusty. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. What else is there? Nothing. I'm just seeing a bunch of WrestleMania shit right now. I'm excited for WrestleMania because fucking I don't have to watch the fucking Phillies during it. Ugh. My God, just fucking team can't do anything fucking right. Jesus. Can't make 2 good offensive games against the fucking Miami Marlins feel good. Gotta kill the vibe. Even though I won over $200 yesterday on the Phillies. Put a good bet in there. Won some nice money. I needed Zach Wheeler, 7 strikeouts. Got it. Bryce Harper, home run. Got it in the first inning. Kyle Schwarber got a hit. Homer. Then I needed them to win. Did it. Won money. Yeah, that's basically it. I feel like some of those other guys down in AAA probably deserve a shot. Just saying. Ugly. My God. We got some voicemails here. Let's get to some voicemails. Actually, yeah, 2 voicemails today. 2 voicemails from today. Might have a text message as well. Yeah, we do have a text message. We got a text message from Jonathan. It's funny how we all criticize Dombrowski right now for Romano, but tomorrow we'll probably praise him for Luzardo. Like, it's not saying that Dave Dombrowski did everything fucking terrible, because Jesus Luzardo has been very good. Jesus Luzardo has been very good. Been very good. Oh, we got a different caller from a person right here. Says their name is Adele, I think. Probably should listen to this person first, because we got Sean in here, then we got this new person, so let's listen to this person.
Hey, Amadeo. How's it going? This is Franklin speaking.
Oh, Franklin, okay.
Yeah, Jordan Romano fucking blows. Get this dude off the team now. At this point, I'm sick and tired of seeing him throw. Also, get Carlos Hernandez away from this team as well. That dude cannot locate any part of the strike zone. At this point, I'm sick and tired of this bullpen. I'll rather see fucking Nabil Chrismat come in and pitch for this goddamn team. Like, it's honestly gross to see how absolute ass this bullpen is. But good hitting from the offense today. Alec Bohm was pretty good. Rojas was pretty good. I like to see those guys continue to get hot. And yeah, let's just fucking sweep this team, for the love of God. Take care.
Thank you, Franklin. I appreciate the call. I appreciate the new callers in here. It said, "Hey, I'm Adele." In the translation, I probably shouldn't have assumed that was the name, but Franklin, I appreciate the call, because when he says, "Hey, I'm Adele," it says, "Hey, I'm Adele." So thanks for Google Translate for this, putting my name as Adele. So thank you that for Google Translate. Yeah, you cannot take anything away offensively from this team the past 2 days. The offense has looked good, and they're taking care of business against Miami, which they should be doing. It's the fucking bullpen that kills the fucking vibes. You have 2, maybe 3 guys that you can rely on your bullpen, and it's your back end guys in the bullpen. You can't rely on any middle reliever. You cannot. Give some of those guys down in the AAA a chance that have better numbers. Give the guy from Japan a chance. He's putting up good numbers down in AAA. If he fails, he fails. You cannot let this just go. I understand it's April, but this is not a championship caliber bullpen. I understand letting Jeff Hoffman go because he wanted to be a starter and he failed 2 physicals for different teams. I understand that. But then if you're going to let Jeff Hoffman walk, you can't let Carlos Estevez walk. You should have brought back at least one of those 2 guys, and you did not. And already those numbers are coming back to bite you in the ass because you didn't want to pay a bullpen guy. Then if you were going to pay a bullpen guy, you should have gone out and got Tanner Scott. Well, you try to go for the bargain basket there once again, and it's coming back to bite you in the ass. Oh, yeah, let's go to the waiver wire and bring in a bullpen arm as well. We'll try to fix him. Yeah, why don't you just get an established bullpen arm instead of relying on Caleb Coffin to fucking fix every fucking thing? But come on. Come on. It's getting annoying. Bringing in an established bullpen arm. Why does it gotta be a project? Why does everything have to be a project for Caleb Cotham? Gotta rely on guys coming back off of a career injury. Why do we gotta rely on that? Go out and get established arms, man. Ridiculous. I gotta look at what Carlos Estevez made. Carlos Estevez, isn't he on the? I think he's on the Royals, right? Yeah, he's on the Royals. What is his contract? What did he sign with Kansas City? He signed a 2-year, $22 million contract. What's Romano's contract? Romano contract. Phillies signed him 1 year, 8.5. So Estevez is making what, 11 mil a year? Yeah, 11 mil a year. That's an easy signing. That is an easy signing. And his numbers so far with Kansas City, I'm getting a couple of voicemails here, actually. I appreciate that. Getting a lot of voicemails here. Getting a lot of them here. I appreciate you guys for the calls in. And if you're hearing that notification noise, that's the voicemail line coming in, so I appreciate all that. Yeah, Carlos Estevez, has a 1.13 RIP and a 1.13 ERA. He's doing his job. He's got 9 strikeouts, 8 innings, he looks good. Jesus fucking hell. We got a couple of short calls in here, so we'll do all these before we'll get to Sean's call.
Hey, Amadeo. I was just calling to say, Jordan Romano fucking sucks, dude. Have a good day, man.
I appreciate the call. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hey, what's up, Amadeo? This is Natural Born Thriller. Just wanted to know, who's Paul Heyman leaving WrestleMania tonight with? Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, or our boy CM Punk? Take it easy, brother.
Thriller, Thriller, you got it. I don't know, man. I don't know where it's gonna. I think he's gonna leave with Seth. I think he's gonna leave with Seth. I think it's gonna be Seth. I think it's gonna be Seth because it's just the way Seth's talking, stuff that's best for business. I don't know if The Rock's gonna be involved in this whatsoever. I think he leaves with Seth. I think he does because he still owes Seth a favor now. I think Seth wins tonight. I don't think. Between the triple threat tonight, I don't think Roman wins. I think Seth or CM Punk wins, and I'm more leaning towards Seth, but I also could understand CM Punk winning because obviously it's his first WrestleMania main event. So I can very much see two of those guys winning, but I do see Paul Heyman going to the side of Seth Rollins just because favor-wise and maybe The Rock gets involved in it. I have no idea. Because I do think we're seeing some type of Seth Rollins heel turn possibly just because of all of this. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited for that match. Even though there's a lot of underwhelming matches for the WrestleMania card, I still think the highs will be high. I think it still will be entertaining. It definitely won't reach the impact of last year's WrestleMania, nowhere near as hell. But I just think the build for this WrestleMania hasn't been the best. But still, I think the highs can be very high. So I hope that's. But I do appreciate the call, Thriller. I do. Getting off topic to a fun topic. So let's get to Sean here. Sean got to say, I know Sean's gonna fucking criticize his bullpen, because rightfully so.
Good thing the Phillies kept tacking on runs because they needed every one of them. The bullpen spoiled otherwise what was a pretty good day. Although haven't heard anything on Taijuan Walker, but it doesn't sound good based on what was said during the broadcast.
Yeah,
so
shoulder stiffness.
That's concerning in and of itself, but not as concerning as our middle relief. I mean, the back of the bullpen, Alvarado, Kerkering, Strom, I can live with that. For the most part, those guys are pretty solid. But the bridge to get there, Dave Dombrowski needs to really hone in on this. I mean, Carlos Hernandez, Jordan Romano, even to me, Tanner Banks, Jose Ruiz. I mean, you don't have a lot of, legitimate major league talent there. I mean, you may have to really look at least in your minor league system and see if you have somebody down there at AAA, even AA, that's throwing the ball well, and consider making a change. The fact that game was that close was ridiculous.
I agree.
One other thing, I do like personally Bryson Stott in the leadoff spot. I think he would be better in the 2-hole, but he's the closest thing to me to a legitimate leadoff hitter that this team has. That's what you want. A guy with a little bit of speed, will work counts, will foul off pitches, will force another pitcher's pitch count to get high. I wouldn't move him out of there while he's having success. Got to get the win tomorrow. A 5-2 homestand looks and sounds a lot better than 4-3.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. They need to get the sweep tomorrow. Sweep is mandatory of this series, and I do trust it with Jesus Luzardo on the mound that they will get the job done there. They just, yeah, it's the like I'm fine with a Jose Ruiz. Like he's a fine middle reliever. Like that you can rely on. Baby, like he's not gonna be the best. If Jose Ruiz gives you like a high 3 ERA, maybe like near a 4, that's fine. You can have that in the bullpen. You can't have a bunch of Jose Ruizes. That's the problem. You have a bunch of Jose Ruizes. You have a Carlos Hernandez. You don't need Carlos Hernandez. He's a waiver wire guy. No wonder why the Kansas City Royals put him on waivers. He shouldn't be in Major League Baseball. Jordan Romano, yeah, it was definitely a low risk, high reward type of thing. It's failing. And you really need to find a way, because you have, like, it's basically what Sean says. You can rely on the guys that are in the back end with Strom, Kerkering, and Alvarado. You can't rely on your middle relief guys. Really, the only guy you have been able to rely on for most of the time is Tanner Banks. And is Tanner Banks the guy you want to rely on the entire time? No fucking way. No fucking way. Jose Ruiz and fucking Tanner Banks have been the guys in the middle relief that you've been able to rely on, and that's not good. That is not good. You need more middle relief guys. And maybe that's something where you do put a Ranger Suarez in the bullpen eventually, because I do think eventually that might happen. But I just don't know what you do right now. Yeah, you probably have to give a shot to a guy in AAA that has good numbers. Like I said, give the guy from Japan a shot. He's got a sub 2 ERA in AAA. Let him have it. Underarm pitcher. He's a funky thrower. Maybe it does success. I have no idea. I don't know. It's fucking annoying though. That's what I'll give. But yes, they do have the sweep tomorrow. I am confident with Luzardo on the mound tomorrow that they can get the sweep, but it really is a vibe killer for what the offense has done the past few days. So like I said, it is Luzardo against Connor Gillespie. He's another bad pitcher for the Marlins, so hopefully the offense just continue to does what it's doing. Oh yeah, and the Bryson Stott as well. Yeah, Bryson Stott has been successful in the leadoff spot. Do I think it's a long-term solution? I don't think it will be. Maybe Stott cools off, but he's finding success right now, and you go with what's working. Go with what's working and until it doesn't work. That's basically what it is. Basically what it is. Yeah, that's basically it. So, I don't know what else you can do. Besides, like, call up guys from AAA or try to make a trade. I just don't know what else you can do. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, definitely excited for WrestleMania. That's in 2 hours, actually, so this actually kills some time. So I am thankful doing this. I just hate that it's for the reason that it was today because of the fucking Phillies bullpen. Sorry, I'm also checking my DraftKings because I also have another bet here for, I think, hits or something like that, or strikeouts. I'm trying to remember. I forget which ones that I had. Yeah, I need, so that's in the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, I need Paul Skeens, Garrett Crochet, and Chris Sale for 8+ strikeouts. Crochet has 4 and Paul Skeens has 2 so far. What else? I need 2 more guys to get a hit today. I need Will Smith to get a hit, and I need Trevor Story to get a hit. And the Dodgers are playing currently right now, and the White Sox and the Red Sox are currently playing right now. So I need Will Smith and Trevor Story to get a hit to finish that parlay. And I also have a parlay for the first round of the playoffs. For the National Hockey League. Playoffs start tonight, too, for the NHL, so that should be fun. Sean, or people that are in here talking about hockey, because I think Struggle and Sean have been talking about the NHL here in the chat for a little bit. Who do you got in the first rounds? Who do you got in the first round matchups? I think when I did my parlay, I got... Actually, I could probably just tell you my parlay that I have for the first round. Because I have... in mine, I have Colorado, I have Winnipeg, LA, Carolina, Washington, Vegas, Toronto, and Tampa Bay winning the first round series. Alrighty, Struggle, I appreciate you being in the chat for as long as you were. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. This has been actually a good stream. Sadly, it comes to the fucking Phillies bullpen. Jesus. But yeah, that's my parlay for the first round of the NHL playoffs. And I think, what are the games today? It's, I think it's St. Louis and Winnipeg today. What's the other game? It's St. Louis and Winnipeg. I know that's the first game. Yeah, then Dallas and Colorado. Okay. Yeah, so those should be some good games to watch, at least, hopefully. I really don't know in terms of who wins the cup. The West is going to be a fucking bloodbath. The West will be a bloodbath. So, you're going Winnipeg? I don't know. I think Winnipeg wins the first round, but I still don't trust them in deep playoff runs. I don't know why. I think Connor Hellebuck's numbers in playoffs have not been good over his career. We'll see, though. Maybe it could be a different year. You never know. Maybe it's a different year. But I really can't gauge the East. I really can't. Like, I want to say Washington, but I don't know if Washington's like a flash in the pan type of thing, but they also have some really good developed talent down there. So probably it's not a flash in the pan. Carolina, no, I don't trust, even though they're going to beat the Devils because the Devils are just so injured. Who else? Who else in the fucking East? Jesus fucking Christ, I forget. Toronto, I would love to see Toronto is different just because of Craig Berube behind the bench, but it's also Toronto, so I can't guarantee shit there. Ottawa, it's their first year in the playoffs. Montreal, it's their first year in the playoffs in a while, so I can't. There's going to be a playoff hurdle they have to go over. Tampa, they're a really good offensive. Florida is like, I don't know how to gauge Florida because Florida's still a really good team, but they're dealing with a lot of injuries, and is fatigue going to eventually hit them? Because they fucking have been to the finals past 2 years. Of fatigue is eventually going to hit somebody. So that's why I don't think Florida's going to win. You know what I mean? So I really don't know. I think the Cup goes out west this year. I really do. I think Colorado's going to win the first round just because of how much Dallas is injured. Because Dallas is dealing with some injuries. Winnipeg, obviously, I just think they're better than St. Louis. Vegas is going to win because I just think they're better than Minnesota. Then what's the other fucking West matchup? What is the other West matchup? NHL playoff bracket this year. Oh, Kings in LA. Kings are finally going to go over the hump. The Oilers are nowhere near as strong as they were in the past few years. Kings are definitely going to go past. You know what? Dare I say all Canadian Stanley Cup final? Do I want to say that? No, I don't want to say that. Actually, I don't want to say that. But yeah, I don't know. But it should be a good day. Should be a good playoff. So hopefully we get a good playoff. But yeah, Phillies bullpen, not good at all. So we'll see where it goes. Jordan Romano spoke post-game, actually, so I actually want to see how much accountability that Romano holds on himself.
You don't feel like today is something that's going to spark. You feel like you can leave today and feel confident the next time you go back out
You know
there?
what's, like, honestly crazy to me? It's like I went out there and I kind of, like, executed what I wanted to do. It was just the worst result possible. I wanted to go out there. I wanted to drive the zone with my heater, throw the slider in there for strikes, and, I mean, I did that. Just got crushed.
So he did what he wanted to do, and he got crushed about it. So I guess that counts as owning it. Oh, I don't give him credit for fucking owning it. He should, but still, you can't go out there and allow 6 runs. Jesus. But yeah, I think I'll call it off there, boys. Got a debate of what to do for our WrestleMania dinner. So appreciate y'all for joining in tonight. I'll probably be back tomorrow after tomorrow's game to recap the series. So I'll let you guys know. You'll see something pop up in your subscription feed. So appreciate you guys for tuning out regardless. I appreciate all the other callers that we got today. So that's actually very fun to see. So appreciate you guys. The Phillies bring out a lot of misery in us. So specifically the bullpen. So thanks guys for tuning in. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. And also leave a follow at TTPSPORTS on TikTok and Instagram for all the good stuff. So appreciate you guys. If you're watching WrestleMania, enjoy WrestleMania. And if you're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, enjoy the Stanley Cup playoffs. So thanks guys for tuning in today.